Hello everyone and welcome back to Ladyhill. Now, as you know, we are literally following straight on from last episode because we're still getting these fields sorted. But basically, I need to make sure all these three that we planted need rolling before the end of the day. The other three can wait till tomorrow. These three need rolling today. Now, I'm here with the tiny little roller doing this one. Got the AI and a bigger roller doing that one. We've got another AI attempting to fertilise that field, just pisses to keep him busy. So that's what I said about how we're trying to keep the money flowing, just keep the working out which side of the business we need. Remember, this thing doesn't drop quite as quickly as I'd like it to. See, we've missed a couple of areas here. I'm not going to bother. Sometimes it gets to the point where it's not worth chasing every last little minute detail, but at the same time, you gotta try and get as much as you can. I mean, this is our last headland, and the rest of it should be straights. I keep forgetting. It's not cost place. Let's get rid of that. I don't need that. The weird loop-de-loop that the AI decided to do that, I'm still not sure what it was for. I'm not entirely sure if I need to do that up and down either. I think I might just do it just to be safe. Go on, drop. I probably don't need that little field line. I'm not going to use this one to do all the field. The AI and the big roller can do the other field. I'll do this a little bit manually just because the weird little side. I think I might have been a bit too far over on one attempt, and that's what's caused some of this weirdness over here. Luckily, the game doesn't stop penalise you for rolling in the wrong direction. He just wants the field to be rolled, so this doesn't overly matter. Let's try and make sure we get every last little bit. Oh, I set myself dizzy whichever happens first. Right, now that should do. We should be able to get back on the right track now. From here, all that. I'm hoping he's going to be done with that one very soon. We can get him onto that field before it goes totally dark. Just so you guys know, I don't really want to be recording too much in the dark because we'll slow time down a bit. I don't know how much I keep time moving, but we've also got rain coming in at 9 o'clock. We should be good by then. So as for what's going to go on them last three fields, I'm just going to have a look at options, really. Obviously, we're going to have to still be able to do barley. We can't do more canola. We can do wheat. Oh, we can put radish down. I mean, putting radish down is interesting, but I think with precision farming, I don't think you gain quite as much. I know you get like a payment for doing it, but I remember rightly when I've done it in the past, it's not a lot. Wow, that took to the absolute eternity to fucking drop. That took an absolute age to actually drop itself. I think at the end of this, we might just get rid of this roller. And then when we need one, either rent that other one again, I'll hopefully be able to buy that other one. You never know, we'll be able to, we might get a second hand one or something. Once again, it's just taking time, longer than I expected to. So he hasn't even got to the end of that field again before he's filling again. That's annoying. That is annoying. Wait a second, let me just do this little bit. I set an AI to do this now and avoid without the headlands. Headlands off, start on the up downs. And he should just do what's left, shouldn't he? Well, I can tell he's really close to the end as well. By looking at the thing, it might be pretty much finished. on, get over it. Thank you. I know we're not actually putting a full. I think full to it is like 1,000 litres, so we're not quite putting even a full one in it, but should at least be able to make a good start. We've also got to look at, because like, what's that costing us? And so he's definitely going. I guess 21 like he's done. Yeah, it was. He was stupidly close to unfinished. However, I think I see a couple of. I see a spot in this corner up here that's maybe not quite had the. No, maybe not. Which I could see on the map. It looked. He's showing a red spot down here that I'm going to check out. This one in the middle here, for some reason, it just seems to have not done. I can't imagine there's one piece of ground that size that's just not quite right. It must be, 'cause it's... That's a good sign, see. 5% better prices because of everything we've done, that's not bad. I tell you what I'm going to grab another... How much I can take this? I'm going to swap these two over because I'll probably do the other field with the big roller. I'm hoping that AI... Let's have a check on him. Yeah, he seems to have worked out what I need him to do now, which is fantastic. So in the fading light here, we're getting reasonable work. Like I say, we can fertilise these fields once they've grown a bit more. That's actually not as big a problem. Well, I feel we might need some more fertiliser. Oh, we're definitely going to need some more. That's a shame because fertiliser is the expensive one. Unless... what horsepower does that sluice spreader need? 80. Unless I wait for it to finish and I sluice spread that field, that I could do. Because we have... How much sluice do we have? 155,000 litres, so... Here's the thing with slurry, unless you want to run backwards and forwards, what I like to do is... I'll check my settings, like, you've got your settings right. Slurry look. Cattle shed. New access, that's cattle shed, so it's going to take slurry straight from the cow shed. If you do it yourself, every time it's empty, you've got to run back and forward, and trust me, it's a pain in the arse. How do I know that? I've done it myself. See how much more food these guys are going to take. 23,000 litres a day is a lot of food, like, and that's not for too many of them. Once they breed, which I don't know how far calves they actually are, we're gonna have a lot of food being used. Maybe we'll top this trailer off. I can go and grab some more later. Just waiting to get the finished work mark off either of them, really. Yeah, the fed being done would be really helpful because I'll need him probably to do the slowest fed. If I can sit there and fill up. He's nearly done. He's getting there as well. Nice. Get back over from this guy. Well, that's it, anyway. Look at this last little line. Yeah, ignore that bit of the side. I'm pretty sure that's the bit that I've now covered the road. But you know what? I'm gonna sell this. I don't really want that roller anymore. I think if I sell that roller, it's pushing me to either buy one like the one we're using over there, or at least get my hands on a new one before next year. Obviously, we'll keep hold of that one for the rest of this planting season. Right, so first thing is going to make sure this thing's full. I think it was, I was using transport slurry to the sell point, wasn't I, at one point? As I couldn't help but notice we've got quite a lot of milk. I have to deal with that probably tomorrow. Okay, this guy's empty. Right, no biggie. I find it's best to have it full. Then, like I say, the AI will just take from the silo until the silo's empty, at which point it will just run out. I suppose at least you put a bonus that all this is costing us well is employee time, because it's like, it's not costing us like, obviously, probably fertilizer we have to buy. Come on, get me out of here. Obviously, it's very smelly away in fertilizing, but this is a farm, I'm sure that's the least of our problems. Ah, fence post is clearly a bigger problem for me. Fucking hell. What it wants? As you say, you're finished. I don't think you have quite yet, because I can still see a little bit over there that I'm going to need you to do. Which way he just ran over. Yeah, this massive roller makes such a difference. I'm not too fussed about. Well, since I'm in this corner, I might as well try and sharpen up this corner. But basically, my main concern was that little bit there. And then we'll go for this round here. Nice and easy. And then he's setting off. So as long as he doesn't use all of it, which I don't think he should. You see that it also isn't. Ah, it's not putting it up. I don't know if it's putting it up all the way or if that's is the right amount and canola just needs a lower pH level. It could be that. It's where my knowledge lacks a little bit sometimes. I don't know all these numbers off by heart, I'm afraid. So I'm going to do this field now. I'm going to get this field rolled, so this should be fairly. Shouldn't be too big a problem. And once we've done that, we'll hopefully be ready to skip the day and we can start on. Oh, hi, telehandler. Kind of forgot you were in there. So we start that next day. Get this lined up. Like I said, this thing's alright to try and reverse it. Reversing of this isn't too bad, but you try and reverse it, hold it up, you end up with a mess. Now then, let's rock. Oh, we're nearly done, folks. We'll be out of the dark soon. Now, I know I've said before about how the temperature on this game occasionally is a bit funny. I mean, 13 degrees September, that's warm. But to be this dark at 6:30, even for Ireland, I think that's pushing it a bit. I think the game, sometimes, some maps are a bit better than others, I have to say. This one, I just think this is a bit. The whole game is an improvement on 22, as I've said in length in previous videos, because if this was 22, we'd be able to see fuck all right now. As it is, you can see there, we've turned the lights out, it does get a bit. This deer is pretty well equipped on the light front. Now, obviously, the little case Agri King, he's finished. think he will be on his last line. By the looks of the mini map, I think that's going to be his last line. Let's have a quick look. How much has he used? Wow, he's used like 50,000 leads. We had like 155,000, so he's used a reasonable amount. That's also reminding me we definitely need to move that milk tomorrow. I want that milk in the dairy because hang on, don't we need to sell milk pretty soon? I think it's like literally like from next it's like October and it's supposed to be our best month for milk. Yeah, it actually will be a better price now, but I'm hoping tomorrow will be even better. Obviously, go and get however many pallets we have down there. Go and get that sold. Butter as well, the milk, the butter and the cheese, all of it. I mean, wow. Even then, look, if we'd sold all of them, there's like nearly 50 grand there. So hopefully tomorrow, hopefully I haven't slipped up a little there. Normally, obviously you wait till the best month, but as long as they're still green like that, I won't argue. Silage is one of them, yeah, we could sell that, but actually getting use out of that instead. Is this field, that is all three of these fields that we planted yesterday. Well, I'm not going to get rid of this roller because I just think it's going to be too useful, and plus we sold the other one. I will at least, just move stuff back towards the farmyard, not just leave it dotted everywhere, because I am not that messy, despite what Myers might tell you. Aha! Perfect timing. I'll tell you what, let's force my own hand a little bit here. Yeah, because this guy's going to have to move the milk, isn't he? I'm not going to be able to move the milk with a fen because it's too short wheelbase and it'd be too light on the end. It might be the Agri King we have to use to move the pallets. Actually, look, we don't need, what do we need to happen? We know what fields to rip, so in case of when you want to go out planting. Which I think out of push this guy could do. I mean, he claims he's not going to horsepower, but I think the fields I'm sending him to are fairly flat. Obviously, in terms of fertilising and that. I still say he's mentioning bad guy because he doesn't. When you use artificial fertilizer, it boosts it straight to green, whereas this hasn't. Now we'll have to go back over it again. Which might need some more fertilizer again. So I'm going to bring this back into the yard, then we're going to sleep the night. We're going to do the pallet moving and selling first, and if I have to buy more fertilizer or more seed, I can go and do that. That seems like a good idea, right? So if I just leave this over here. Then we come to here. Oh. And I'm on the wrong map as well. Ah. I genuinely wasn't sure where I was for a second there. 7:30 again, that'll do. There's the rain. Please don't be raining in the morning. I'd rather it wasn't. Shit. Wow, so that's not far off this trailer full, because this trailer's 25,000 litres. Have a look at my prices. Oh, we're not quite as... So I've missed a little bit of money, I think. I think that's higher. It's okay, we'll sort all that. Why do all three have to be at different places as well, just to be extra awkward? I answered myself, didn't I, just to be extra freaking awkward. Let's set this down first, because even though it ain't going to get processed into this now, it's still going to be able to be used. might just take them all to McKinney, you know, because McKinney's usually an averagely a good price. So we're back to 88. McKinney, we're going to get an extra 50k, aren't we? Start paying for the season fertilizer, if nothing else. Ah, look at that, there's definitely weeds in there. I can see weeds. I don't like the look of that, because there's weeds. Yeah, hopefully that little... Do we want to test that theory now, before I go out any further? I know I have a little weeder thing. If they're now at the point where that'll just pull them out, then that's better than spending money on a sprayer and liquid and herbicide. That one there, isn't it? I think the power for this thing's like 160, so this guy should be able to do it. Just he's going to be on the edge of his power usage, but should be able to. It's the hope that he does the job, because if I look at the minimap, the map will show me the weed situation. I just hope that the size where it says hoe, so in theory they should do it. Still saying weed medium. Is that a hoe? Is that a the class as a hoe or a weeder? Oh. So in theory, as this goes on, they should be doing it. He's about to run off a big air of them now. We'll see if they actually. Oh, yep, so yeah, it's doing it. They're disappearing. It is getting rid of them. That's fantastic. Right. Well, here's one. This rain appears to be setting for a little while now. Go back to our high speed like we had before. So we'll get this milk put in. Then we'll go back with the flatbed. Get all the pallets out of the dairy. Go and sell them on to the bikini here. Then we'll go and buy probably 3 pallets of seed and 3 or 4 pallets of solid fertilizer. Because I am just going to have to solid fertilise all the fields. Because the slurry's good, but the fact that I'm going to have to do it 2 or 3 times, whereas the solid fertilizer I can do it in one pass, it makes it so much better to do it that way. So the dairy's quite a bit along, isn't it? Yeah. I wonder the capacity of the dairy is. Are we going to actually like overfill it here? 72,000, so not quite, but then this is of our initial batch of cows. If we manage to get more cows like I want, well, maybe I'll do. Hang on, if we do sell all this stuff for good money, we'll get the chickens today. We'll get the chicken hut put down and get some chickens bought. Then my other rule, I have to buy babies. As you know, I'm not allowed to buy adult animals on this series. Stop me just buying the cows. I need to complete it if I get bored. Right, so we offload all of that. So let's continue to make everything. Yeah, so yeah, he's definitely getting the weeds out of there. So he's gonna have to do all 3 of those fields at least. You know, that goes in there, and that's looking a bit nicer, a bit happier. And so I'm gonna go get the flatbed, and we're gonna use the flatbed to move all the pallets. And then I'll show you what my plan, because the chicken coop, my plan is fairly simple. I also don't know whether I want to use like an unrealistic sized chicken coop. I mean, I've got that with the cows, so I don't see why not. I do want one with an open space to it. I do like free range. I'm not totally cruel. As he whose cows are currently literally going to be locked in a tiny barn 400 deep. But we ignore that. Now, as soon as this rain goes away, Once again, now it's default reflection. I can't remember if I bought this trailer second. I think I bought this trailer second hand or something. Manager, actually, let's just have a quick look. Is there anything of interest? I mean, those are game. 230 horsepower. I mean, those aren't expensive new. Those are one of the cheapest ways to big horsepower there is in the game. What's my John Deere going to be worth to sell? Because as much as we like the Deere, we know we've not had it long. I can't help but think that that would be that horsepower grade I've been talking about. Fire this up. You know what I mean? I mean, this thing I bet could sway sell for. This thing will sell for the same money, and that's direct. So if I go to the shop and repair it, it'll sell for more. So I could probably actually, I could either end up with more money after doing it, or I'd spec that thing up a little bit. And as you guys know, I'm not the hugest Deere fan in the world, so I'm not gonna lie. It is rather tempting to do that. Let's say 230 horsepower will be a nice upgrade on this. I mean, this guy's coming to what, 180? I think let's go with 180, 180. I'll have a proper look when we get there. I think honestly we can do that and actually make money, which is insane. I'm going to be buying, I think I'll get 3 pallets of seed. I'm going to get maybe even 8 fertilizer if the money's not looking too dire. I might just grab a full thing of 8, just because if I'm going to be fertilizing all these fields, and the grass fields technically could do with refertilizing, although I think they've hit grown again, so I'm going to have to do a low yield harvest on those, and then I'll be able to fertilize them back up. Which is kind of annoying, but that's my fault, I left it too long. If I was to take that stuff to McKinney, it's literally a case of taking it out of the dairy here and putting it in there. Which is good. I think it's worth doing, and plus that's not a high hours tractor either, so it's not like I'm trading really low hours for really high. Let's have those two first. And what we've got to do is the dairy. I can't do that every time there's one more litre. Right, so that's everything. I'm not taking like 4 litres out of the tank, so I could sit here all day and just do 1 litre, 1 litre, 1 litre. There's milk, butter and cheese, all locally produced. You know, some farmers market charge you £20 a block for that butter before you know. And hopefully the selling of this is going to pay for me a Deutsch. Gonna get rid of a deer. Get rid of a deer for a Deutsch. That's an interesting little place, isn't it? It's almost like a slurry pit he's got there at the front to be like a decorative piece. But now that field that I've ripped hasn't grown any weeds. I would have thought that would have started showing some by now, but I'm guessing that's just like some fancy house. Oh, this is like a back way into McKinney. Okay. I know I'm not getting 100% the absolute best money here, but it's a convenience thing. In it here. I'm in the trailer. So 170, so yes, that's put our money in not a bad place, has it? I could start paying off loans, but who'd do a silly thing like that? What when I can spend it all instead? I have to go to the shop now to get ourselves some seeds and some fertilizer. Taking this trailer because I think that other one would be a bit too small. A little bit. You get more. Only seeds you get slightly more. For 4 of those. What on earth happened there? Like I said, I'm pretty confident I should be able to. I seriously thought about the time max that he was destroying crop there. I know he isn't. I do know that. I'm not an idiot, but so he's got a busy day just doing that to all 3 fields. I've got all 3 other fields to plant, and then the other guy might have to do the fertilizing. But once again, I'm working these lads hard. Am I going to feel like I go from that white truck? Yoink! Wouldn't want to wait for the conga line to pass. I say. The biogas plant's out or something else. I could probably send him a load of manure. I've got a load ready to go. If I do that, I ain't getting fields planted. I suppose I'm doing other jobs. So anyways, let's see. So let's just do myself a favour. Let's load this up first. Now, does he? I know does he want a time? Yeah, it does, which is irritating. But there you go. See what this would sell for. Before we sell it, let's make sure that Deutsch is still there. Because if he's gone, then I'd be fucked. Right, so 71. Well, what's this guy going to sell for? It's going to sell for 83 now, and if I repair, 84, and if I repaint, 91. So I can afford to put wide tyres on it. Well, really narrow tyres. I forget this thing's got a weird bug. Okay, so that's an interesting place I've given it, but if it wants it, it wants it. That's costing me 73. So you see that, like I say, we are like 20 grand up on where we started. And we've got more horsepower. We've actually got the same top speed, what's not even losing out. It's a little more compact, which might turn out to be in a favour, because that John Deere was a bit long. No beacons I'm not the biggest fan of. I would like to set those on it, but there you can have them all. I'll get my nice big heavy weight back on the front. I'm hoping the extra horsepower should really come in clutch here. So I'll drop this trailer near the end, I'll get the agri thing to do that field while we go and top the biogas plant up with manure. I know I've already got one of the trailers full of it, and manure. We can check on how the cows are doing for food and straw as well while we're there. If I get him doing that, we might not. I'm now more thinking, do I need to plant them up 3 fields today? Probably not. Do different crops later on in the year, and it gives us a chance to focus on what we're doing in these fields. Obviously, now that these fields need that little bit of extra work, let's focus on giving them that. Seems like a really good idea to me. just gonna put this on this lane over here for now. Like that. Oops. Now then, let me connect that. What's it gonna do? What's the physics gonna do with that one? Hey! Do a flip! Yeah, too, you can feel the extra horsepower just there. It's in the way it picked up from there. But I know this one over here I've got. Oh, so before we do that, let's crash into the slurry spreader. We could take a full load of slurry as well, because obviously. So that is Bluetooth doing it, that's fair enough. So let's see what they got through, and then we're going to do some manure topping up. So please enjoy. Somehow knew it'd do that, folks. It didn't take it off the back one, like I took off the second to back one, so I'm going to take them both over and just top him back off. I was thinking then as well, maybe I made a mistake. Maybe what I should have done is sold the Fendt, because then we'd have had a 180 or 200 horse tractor. We'd have lost front loader ability, but we have this. But I don't think the Fendt has a front loader arm on it, does it? It's a tractor that could take it, but I'm pretty sure I haven't put it on. That's going to fall off. Come on. Balancing two parallel settings in real life is not a difficult task. Thank you. Now I'm going to top this off. Listen, and what we're going to do the chicken coop. While I'm thinking about it. I'm going to do a good organized second if I try. That really left 27 litres. Give me a second. I'm going to stay close up 2 inches to drop this last tiny bit in. Maybe not. I think he's on like the last line of this field anyway. But you saw I went and got the chainsaw off the because I want to put the chicken coop in here. Not in here. In here. Because it's like a bit of open wasteland here, look. I think it will be perfect for the chicken coop. Where we have the fun, do we have it facing out to this field? Do we try and get it into here? Maybe have to go into some of these. Then if I take some of these bushes and shit out here. And I'm willing to give the chickens pretty much the entire space back here as like a run because I don't really need it for anything else. I think he's not going to be anybody's way. I did have to look for that affiliate work. I didn't realise we had bikes like that in the game. Right then, so chickens. So that's instantly looking a bit too big. We need smaller buildings. Now this one I have on a Kinlake saver and it's great, but got no outside area. This one, I need to know where the things are. Things are like this bit here. I mean, this, they got no shelter unless I put a shed in there, but... You see what I can do is I can literally take it, try and, like, you know, not accidentally pop out of anywhere. Yeah, bring them right up to here. You know, like, bring it on the back of here. Hang on. Forgot about that. If I get this right, I can actually put a gate in it. Is that happy now? There's the one to like finish the fence. Why did it not let me? There's something it doesn't like. Something we got wrong. I missed a gap because you physically can't miss a gap. I don't know what that bit's for. I brought it like out here. So that's now used up. So what I'm going to do now is something which seems a bit silly, but because I don't like the idea that chickens don't have any shelter and stuff like that. Put it in next to their food thing. Nice little shed. Who's finished? Oh, you are awesome. Send you over to the next one. Hope you don't trip over your teammate over there. So we're gonna buy the chickens, and that's also gonna mean we will put some wheat in because how many chickens our coop can now hold. Bugger, we have to wait till right. Well, that's okay because if I drop him, we say we've got the wheat, so we can top it off with the wheat. And we're going to finish the episode by buying chickens. Now, next time, I'm probably going to get these two fields sorted out off there. So the next time you see us, we'll have skipped at least 1 month. We'll see how we're doing. If it tells on here how much chicken can feed. It doesn't tell me how much it'll take. So let's get a full tank. Right, so you finished, that's great. So I can get you off this field now. Where's the other one working at? Right, around the top there. Yeah, I'm liking that. It's sort of tucked out the way. It's land that I don't think I'd use for anything else. I certainly can't think of any other reason I would want to use that land. You just there for a second. I can't think of any. There's no other thing I could want that land for. Because I put the shed in there because I know it doesn't make a difference in real life, but in the game, but I wouldn't like the idea that you didn't have anywhere to shelter in case the weather got really bad. That means we're going to have eggs to pick up, which is what it is. Come on, you. How much food is he gonna take? Oh, he's gonna take all of that trailer. Hey, hey, hey. As like I said, I'm gonna look at the price. I'm gonna have to buy them as babies because that's the rule. You don't need a rooster. 807. Wow. Okay, so I mean, I can buy 250 for £1,500. That seems. It's not deal. It's 550. 300 quid. What's our 250 litres a day? So 21,000 is what you got. Oh look, little baby chickens. Yeah, let me come in and have a look. I wonder if there's anything actually in the shed. Oh, this shed actually has like lights and a tree and a workshop. I'm gonna leave that open so you can go. I'm gonna delete this tree because it's clipping through. Hello. Oh, cheeky. I mean, that's not how you're supposed to go in the shed, but at least you are going in the shed. See here, if we look through here, got all of these. This is awesome. Certain points you can see back through into the farmyard. But we're going to end this one here, folks. So thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this episode. It's been a great one to make. Feel free to check out the rest of the channel. Please like, subscribe, share, all that good stuff. And until next time, we'll see ya. Goodbye.